I hadn't really planned on doing a video about this topic. I really wasn't. But then I started reading responses from a lot of the different so-called Christian leaders out there talking about the death of George Floyd, and I came across one and I just said to myself, all right, you know what? I'll talk about this one here because I found this kind of crazy to me, okay? Bible teacher Beth Moore. Many of you know who Beth Moore is, okay? She put out a post where she's basically calling on all whites, that's right, all whites, to speak out against the death here of George Floyd. Now, if you didn't hear about George Floyd, who he is, on Monday night at a grocery store in Minneapolis, Minnesota, it was said that Floyd apparently was passing forged checks, okay? The police came down there. Floyd was intoxicated either on alcohol or drugs of some kind. He was resisting arrest. The 4 officers that were involved in this, the one white police officer got Floyd on the ground and stuck his knee to his neck. Floyd said he couldn't breathe. The officer pressed him down. He said he couldn't breathe. I'm sure his breathing was just obstructed because, I mean, you could obviously breathe if you can actually communicate that you can't breathe. But obviously his breathing was obstructed to some degree. Later passed out, was taken to the hospital where he was later pronounced dead. Now, keep in mind here, this investigation is still underway, okay? We don't know a lot of the details yet. We saw what happened here. I mean, what this video with this officer did is no doubt terrible. The guy was unarmed. We know that for sure, but we don't know a lot of the other details about this going forward. We're going to find out, though, okay? Now, look, there's bad police officers out there. There's good police officers. I like to think that the majority of the cops are good. Many people are going to disagree with me on that statement, and that's totally okay to do. Let me get back here to Beth Moore. For her to say that all whites, okay, she calls herself a Bible teacher. She can call herself whatever she wants. All whites need to speak out against this if they want to show solidarity, that they are tired of this, of what's happening to blacks in the streets by the police officers and so on and so forth. She said you have to toughen up, and it might be hard, and you have to be willing to get criticism for this. People are going to say some bad things about you, but it's the right thing to do. It's about justice, and you need to call this out. Look, I don't have to do anything. I don't care what Beth Moore says or what anybody says. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to cater towards one specific group, okay? I don't have to do anything. I don't have to virtue signal. I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to get on board with the one side that says all cops are bad. I don't have to get along with the side that says all cops are good. I don't have to do anything, man. I want to be on the side of truth. I want to be on the side of the facts. What happened in this whole entire thing? Why do we turn this whole thing into race? She's supposed to be a Bible teacher, okay? Now she's talking about calling out a whole entire race for this. Let me throw this out there, Beth Moore. Why do you not talk about, the killings that take place in Chicago every single weekend? Those are, by the way, blacks that are killing other blacks, but yet there's never any outrage about that. You never hear anybody speaking about that. No Christian leaders, okay? Nobody on CNN, nobody on MSNBC is never in an uproar about this. You never hear about this. I read the stories all the time. I read them all the time. It happens every weekend. They say it's another round of killings this week in Chicago and another round of killings this week in Baltimore and many other cities across the country. But nobody talks about that. But we have these isolated incidents that happen, and they get all the media attention, and then we put all our focus on that. Now we have to call out a certain race and have them speak out on behalf of what happened here to George Floyd. And I'm not saying what happened to him was a good thing. I'm not saying that at all. But to turn this into a thing where we all have to get on board, we have to do this, we have to toughen up, we don't have to do anything. You start calling out what we're seeing here in Chicago, but you don't do that. You're silent on that. So I just find that weird. For her to go ahead and make a comment like that is just kind of mind-boggling to me. Everybody, jumping on board here with this and getting into this whole race thing, which I don't want to see happen. I'm not going to demonize police officers. I don't care how many people may want me to do it. I'm not going to do it. There's bad people in every profession, no matter where you look. And I don't claim to be an expert in anything like this. I'm just giving my opinion on what I feel here about this story. And again, the investigation is still ongoing right now. Now, we know that all 4 officers, they have been fired. This one that had his knee to Floyd's neck, he he might be tried for murder yet. We don't know. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with this. But what I don't like is the fact that, things are going crazy in Minnesota right now with the crazy wild violence, the protests, and everything that's happening there. And I feel that even some Christian leaders, and again, I use that term very loosely, are getting sucked into this now that we have to do this whole race thing. And I don't like it. I don't like it one single bit. But guys, let me know what you think down below in the comments section. YouTube censors most of the videos that I do anyway. I don't even know how many people are even going to view this video anyway. I would imagine if it does get some views, that it's going to be some pretty split opinions on this. Totally fine. Just, again, my opinion on it. I'll put more information in the description on what Beth Moore and others had to say as well. I'll be back with more. You guys take care. Please be safe out there. God bless each and every single one of you. And I'll talk with you soon.